When we look back now, 40 years past our first steps through those gates in April 1984, time seems to rush and then pause all at once. 80-plus boys, wide-eyed and uncertain, arrived at the Doon School that summer. We came from everywhere: Delhi, Calcutta, Bombay, small towns, hill stations, and even foreign countries. Strangers carrying suitcases without wheels, hopes, and nervous smiles. But those walls, those fields, those classrooms would soon bind us in ways none of us could have imagined. That's what Dune gave us. Not just lessons in books, but a lesson in life. In the pre-dawn Chota Hazri haze, rubbing sleep from our eyes, walking on dew-damp grass, calling across to friends half awake. We learned discipline, yes, but also camaraderie. In classes, in toy time, in laughter that stretched well past lights out, we learned the joy of shared struggle. In the dining hall, in our dorms, on the field, on midterm treks, we discovered what it meant to belong to something larger than ourselves. We played, we fought, we grew. We learned to win graciously and lose with pride, except maybe one dubious swimming competition. We learned that loyalty is louder than words, that friendship outlasts distance, and that once a Dosco, always a Dosco. The years since have scattered us across continents, families, careers, responsibilities. But that bond never frayed. Because when you've shared a childhood of mud, sweat, smiles, and tears, time can only add depth, never distance. We may not have met for decades, but when we do, the laughter comes instantly, the teasing returns effortlessly, the years fall away in a heartbeat. This is the house that school built, not made of stone or wood, but of memory, mischief, and meaning. And yet, not all of us made it this far. We've lost 4 along the way. Hanuvant, Kullu, Puneet, Sanjay. They should have been here, laughing with us, arguing over old scores, complaining about politics. They aren't, and that still stings. But they show up in stories, in photos, in our memories. They're still part of us, just not in the frame anymore. As we turn these pages of time, from boys in school shorts to men with grey at the temples, and some with none because they have no hair, the images blur, but the emotions stay sharp. There we are, running on the fields, huddled in classrooms, standing in the Rose Bowl, breaking bounds for a bull sandwich, laughing on a midterm trek. And then, later, weddings, reunions, families, milestones, and one supremely messed up WhatsApp group. Different journeys, but all tracing back to the same beginning. That one home in Dehradun that shaped us. Because Dune was never just a place. It was a spirit, a way of being. It taught us to lead with integrity, to speak with conviction, to stand tall even when it's hard. But above all, it taught us to stand together. 35 years have passed since we first walked through those gates. And yet, standing together now, it feels like time never truly moved. Because friendships like these don't age, they deepen. This is not an ending. It's a reminder of who we were, of who we became, of who we still are. Doscos bound by something invisible and unshakable. So here's to us, the crazy ones, the batch of 1990. to the 80+ boys who began this journey together, to the 4 who walk beside us in memory, to the laughter that still echoes and the stories that will be told again tonight. And as we raise a toast to 35 years, let's make a quiet promise that when we meet again, not for our 50th, but our 40th, the stories will be even richer, the bonds even stronger, and the friendship just as alive. Because time may change everything, but not us, not what we share, not what Dune made of us.